achieved what others haven't even imagined, and for your tireless work toward health, education, and equality. We honor you with the James C. Morgan Global Humanitarian Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure and honor to introduce Bill Gates, the 2006 winner of the James C. Morgan Global Humanitarian Award.
Microsoft Chairman Bill Gates was awarded the 2006 Global Humanitarian Award here at the Tech Museum of Innovation in San Jose. The theme of the speech that Gates gave, along with many of the exhibits here on display, is effectiveness. That is, connecting the medical technology with those who need it, especially in third world countries.
So I really thought of myself as focused on just the things that would help the business, and I thought, geez, that's really where I'm going to spend my time. A lot to be done there. But then one day, my wife Melinda and I were reading about millions of children dying from diseases in poor countries that were eliminated in this country. It even included a disease I'd never heard of, rotavirus, and it said it was killing 500,000 kids each year. I thought, that can't be right. I read the news all the time. I read about the plane crashes and thing. Where is the news about these 500,000 kids dying? It should be on the front page. That would be stunning. So I thought it might be wrong, but it wasn't. And understanding that, it's hard to escape the conclusion that in our world, some lives are seen as worth saving, but others are not. And that really gave us not only to start earlier, but to have that be the central priority of our giving. So this principle that every human life has equal worth sort of guides us to look at the most impactful ways we can reduce suffering that comes as a result of inequality. That really means it's translated into education, economic opportunity, and all the different activities around global health. And so we want the world to really allocate its resources, knowing that the death of a child in a poor country is every bit as tragic as a child in a rich country. As you improve health, population growth goes down, so every other problem you're dealing with, education, roads, become far easier. As you improve health, literacy goes up dramatically. And all of the things that drive a stable, prosperous society come together. Health is the driving factor for those things. And now technology is at the center of how we can go from where we are in health to where we want to be. Discovery, development, delivery, all of those things take technology. So that it fits the theme that we have this evening. Technology benefiting humanity. Of course, it's worth remembering that sometimes, despite our best intentions, just applying technology to problems doesn't make a big difference. I saw this personally back in 1997 when I went to Johannesburg, South Africa. And as part of being over there to meet with our customers and business partners, I went out to dedicate a community center in Soweto, which of course is a township outside there that sprung up to house black South Africans. And Soweto, of course, is one of the poorest parts of the country and a real drastic contrast to the city that's next door. Microsoft had given a computer to this community center, and so when I was out there, they wanted to show me their appreciation. And by trying to do that, in the end, they unintentionally showed me the opposite. When we arrived, we saw that the community center didn't have power itself, so they'd run this huge extension cord way over 200 yards to this diesel generator that they had turned on. It was running and very noisy, and sure enough, the computer was up and running. But looking at this setup, you could tell that the minute the press left and I left, the generator would get moved to some more urgent task, and the computer would be largely irrelevant to the people who use the community center. So they'd go back to worrying about the very basic challenges they faced in their lives that was not going to solve. So even though PCs and technology can often be part of the solution, we need to be careful to always think about putting technology in the service of humanity. And so it's often not just taking what we do in the rich world and subsidizing its use in the developing world. Doing that kind of elevates technology as though it's the end goal, whereas we're just trying to meet human needs. So it's not starting in the right place. And the spirit of the awards here fit into that idea very much. It's new technologies, different approaches that fits the needs of the developing countries, cheaper, more effective type of technology. So meeting human needs, of course, is the starting point for all philanthropy. In a world with so many needs and suffering, it's never going to be hard to find things to give to. The challenge is to do the most you can with your time and money, to take the advances and make sure they get applied to these big needs. So effectiveness is key. We can't do everything we want, so how can we make the most of what we have?
Gates spoke in front of about 1,500 black-tie guests at a very swanky affair. Gates said philanthropy has been and will continue to be a major priority for him and for Microsoft. Reporting from the Tech Museum of Innovation in San Jose, I'm Sebastian Kunz, 960 The Quake.